Have you ever stepped into a room, caught an unfamiliar scent, and wondered, could that really be coming from you? Most people talk about wrinkles, stiff joints, or fading eyesight as signs of aging, but there's another silent marker no one warns you about. Today, we're breaking that silence. The truth is, this isn't just about personal hygiene. You may shower daily, use soap with lavender or sandalwood, and take pride in keeping fresh. Yet somewhere around the age of 60, your body begins to play an unexpected trick. A faint, musty odor may linger, subtle at first, then harder to ignore. And here's what makes it even more unsettling. This shift doesn't come from neglect. It's a hidden change tied to aging itself. You may notice it one quiet afternoon, walking through your living room, suddenly catching a stale whiff. Instinctively, you check the trash, the refrigerator, even the family pet, only to realize the source may actually be closer than you think. You check under the bed, suspect the dog, even flip over the couch cushions, but the scent lingers. Days pass, and it remains, subtle, elusive, yet undeniable. At first, you might joke that your house is haunted by a ghostly odor, but eventually, with reluctant acceptance, you realize the truth. It isn't the room, the food, or even the dog. It's coming from you. Now, before you drown yourself in cologne or feel ashamed, take a deep breath. This is not a personal failing. It isn't poor hygiene or forgetting deodorant. It's a universal, though rarely discussed, part of aging. After all, who wants to admit their body carries a scent like an old bookstore mixed with a damp towel? The science, however, is both fascinating and humbling. As we age, our skin, the body's largest organ, changes. The sebaceous glands, once responsible for that oily glow in our youth, begin producing a slightly different mix of oils. When these oils meet the air, they oxidize and create a compound called 2-nonenal. The name may sound mysterious, but it's simply biology at work. This compound has a distinct, sometimes waxy or grassy odor. To complicate matters, your sense of smell adapts over time, leaving you unaware of its presence, while others around you notice. They may politely crack a window or take a step back, leaving you puzzled at their sudden need for fresh air. And here's the frustrating part. No matter how often you shower or how fancy your soap, regular cleansers can't fully remove it. In fact, they may even spread these oxidized oils across the skin, almost like glazing a pan. The result? That persistent trace of 2-nonenal continues to follow you, no matter how diligent your hygiene. You begin to notice the scent clinging to the strangest places. That favorite sweater you've worn through decades of life now carries a faint odor that no amount of washing can erase. Even your armchair, the throne of afternoon naps and late-night TV, seems to hold on to it. And the closet, once a safe haven of fresh shirts and linens, greets you with a wave of mustiness, almost like stepping into a museum exhibit called The Curious Case of Aging Fabrics. You sniff your clothes, question your detergent, even imagine some invisible cat has taken up residence in your wardrobe. But the truth is simpler. It's just time doing its quiet, relentless work. If you think about it, there's almost humor here, a cosmic joke. Because if you can't laugh at the idea that your body now produces its own mysterious scent, then what can you laugh at? You might try blaming the house, the old radiator, or even your neighbor's cooking drifting through the vents. But the moment you sit on a friend's spotless couch and notice the same faint odor filling their living room, the truth hits hard. You are the carrier. The unspoken ambassador of a scent no one ever mentions at book club or over coffee. Yet you're not alone. It's a rite of passage shared by countless others who've crossed the threshold of 60. Decades of perfumes, deodorants, and body sprays promising eternal freshness have come and gone, only to be humbled by one chemical with an unpronounceable name. But here's the good news. This isn't the end of the story. It's just the beginning. You are not destined to wander through life smelling like a musty library or an antique shop. There are ways to fight back, to reclaim your freshness, and to walk into any room with quiet confidence. You shouldn't have to step into a room and wonder if you've brought along an invisible cloud. The first step is to name it, own it, and even laugh at it. Aging, after all, is a privilege, a sign of a life well lived. Every wrinkle, every ache, and yes, even that faint scent, is proof you've endured, thrived, and overcome countless challenges. So when you catch that odd whiff, resist the urge to panic or grab an air freshener. Instead, pause and recognize it as part of the journey you've earned. But let's be clear, this isn't about simply accepting your new reality. There's hope, and real solutions exist. The goal isn't just to please guests, impress grandchildren, or win over friends at bingo night. It's about reclaiming confidence and feeling comfortable in your own skin. Step 1. Rethink your soap. That old bar of ivory or floral body wash you've used since the 90s isn't enough anymore. Nainal is oily and stubborn, shrugging off regular soap with ease. What you need is a cleanser that actually breaks down oxidized oils. Something with ingredients like persimmon extract, green tea, or activated charcoal. Yes, charcoal, the same thing once tossed on the grill, can now be your skin's ally. These ingredients don't just cover up the odor, they neutralize and dissolve it at the source. And the good news? You don't have to hunt far to find them. Specialty soaps and washes made for mature skin are widely available, often labeled with terms like odor neutralizing or for aging skin. Step 2. Face the truth about your wardrobe. Clothes can betray you, absorbing and amplifying Nainal like undercover spies. That cherished cardigan, the one that carried you through decades of memories, may now act like a sponge for body oils. Even couch cushions and throw blankets can quietly hold on to the scent, making it linger long after you've left the room. Even your slippers can turn against you, holding on to scents long after you've left the room. To fight this, your laundry routine needs an upgrade. Choose a detergent with odor-neutralizing enzymes made to break down body oils, not just cover them up. Skip the heavily perfumed options. They only leave you smelling like a floral attic. Instead, add a cup of plain white vinegar to your wash. It quietly dissolves oils and neutralizes odors without a trace. Don't stop at clothing. That pillow you've had for decades, the one that has cradled countless dreams, needs regular washing, or better yet, replacing. The same goes for throw blankets, couch covers, and that robe you still call off-white. Every fabric surface in your home can become an accomplice, so treat them like suspects that need a closer look. Beyond laundry, think about your environment. Air purifiers with activated carbon filters can help clear lingering odors, while regularly airing out rooms prevents scents from settling in. Even your diet plays a role. Cutting back on heavy, fatty foods and leaning into antioxidant-rich fruits and vegetables may help reduce the production of Nainal. Staying hydrated also keeps skin healthier, lowering the buildup of oils. These changes are not about shame or vanity. They're about empowerment, about taking control of something rarely discussed yet entirely manageable. Nainal is not a flaw or punishment. It's biology, as natural as gray hair or laugh lines. So the next time you catch that faint whiff, smile. You're not alone, and you're not defeated. You're simply living, aging, and learning new ways to carry this journey with humor, grace, and maybe just a really good bar of soap. This isn't just about masking a scent. It's about reclaiming confidence, vitality, and a sense of self that shines from within. And one of the biggest influences? Your diet. After all, you really are what you eat, and even what you smell. That compound Nainal, the culprit behind the odor linked to aging skin, doesn't simply appear out of thin air. It's shaped by your body's internal chemistry. Diets heavy in red meat, Processed foods, refined sugars, and trans fats fuel oxidative stress, which speeds up the breakdown of fatty acids in the skin. The result is a stronger, mustier odor. Think of your body as a delicate ecosystem. Overloading it with greasy burgers and sugary pastries is like dumping sludge into a clear lake. But here's the good news. Nutrient-rich, antioxidant-packed foods can help neutralize odor right at the source. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and arugula are full of chlorophyll, a natural deodorizer. Citrus fruits, whether oranges, lemons, or grapefruits, are loaded with vitamin C, protecting skin and fighting oxidative damage. Green tea, rich in catechins, not only supports metabolism, but also reduces the chemical triggers of nanol. And let's not forget the simplest hero of them all, water. Staying hydrated flushes toxins, keeps skin healthy, and dilutes those odor-causing compounds. You don't need to turn into a quinoa fanatic or live on kale smoothies. It's about balance. Swap that extra serving of sausage gravy for a colorful salad with olive oil, or toss a handful of berries into your oatmeal. Even the small things can feel like a luxury. Slice cucumber or lemon into your water, maybe add a sprig of mint, and suddenly you're sipping like you're at a spa. Even if you're just in your living room, shaking your head at the weather forecast. These tiny rituals not only refresh your body, but also remind you that taking care of yourself can be simple and enjoyable. It's not just about the physical benefits. It's about treating yourself with care and dignity. And one of the best ways to do that is through movement. Exercise is a true game changer when it comes to odor control. When you move, you're not only keeping your joints from staging a rebellion, you're also helping your body detoxify. Sweating isn't just about cooling down. It's your body flushing out waste and toxins that can fuel odor. At the same time, circulation improves, carrying oxygen and nutrients to your skin, keeping it healthier and less prone to producing nanol. I know exercise can feel intimidating, especially when your knees creak like a drum line or standing up feels like an Olympic event. But you don't need to run marathons or lift heavy weights. Start small. A brisk 20-minute walk around the block, a gentle yoga session online, or even a stroll to the mailbox and back can do wonders. The goal is simply to get your blood pumping and your lymphatic system moving. Over time, these modest efforts build up, helping regulate your body's chemistry and reducing odor naturally. And let's not forget the bonus, endorphins. Those feel-good hormones can leave you feeling like you can take on the world, creaky joints and all. But it's not just your body. Your environment matters too. Nanol doesn't stay politely on your skin. It clings to fabrics, hides in curtains, and settles into your favorite recliner, turning your home into a museum of musty scents. The simplest defense? Fresh air. Open the windows, even if only for an hour each day, to let clean air circulate and sweep away stagnant odors. If your home has been sealed up like a vault all winter, it's time to set the air free. Cross-ventilation, opening windows on opposite sides of the house, creates a natural breeze that can work wonders. Another strong defense is investing in a quality air purifier. Forget the flimsy models gathering dust on the clearance shelf. What you need is one with a solid carbon filter, designed to trap odors and volatile compounds. Run it during the day, especially in high-traffic spots like your living room or bedroom, and let it quietly do its work. You'll notice the difference, and so will your guests. If your budget allows, pair it with regular cleaning of soft surfaces. Vacuum your upholstery, wash curtains, and toss throw blankets in the laundry with a splash of white vinegar to neutralize lingering odors. Your home should be a sanctuary, not a museum of last month's scent. Now let's shift to your skin, the body's largest organ and the front line in the battle against non-enal. As we age, skin renewal slows down, leading to a buildup of dead cells. These aren't just harmless. They trap oils, bacteria, and odor-causing compounds, creating the perfect recipe for musty smells. Exfoliation becomes your secret weapon, but the key is gentleness. This isn't about scrubbing your skin like furniture. Harsh products can damage mature skin, which is thinner and more delicate. Instead, choose a soft, exfoliating scrub made with oatmeal or finely ground rice, or simply use a damp washcloth in gentle circles. Aim to exfoliate 2 to 3 times a week, always following with a fragrance-free moisturizer to lock in hydration. Hydrated skin is healthier skin, less likely to crack, flake, or overproduce oils that intensify odor. Look for moisturizers with hyaluronic acid, glycerin, or ceramides to reinforce your skin barrier and keep it supple. The goal isn't to smell like a perfume shop. It's to create a clean, neutral canvas that lets your confidence, not an odor, speak for you. Cleanliness extends beyond your skin. Your wardrobe and linens play a big role too. Non-anal clings tightly to fabrics, especially synthetic fibers that trap oils and sweat. Regular detergents may not fully remove these odors, so it's worth upgrading your routine. Add half a cup of white vinegar to the rinse cycle to break down odor-causing compounds and soften fabrics naturally. For stubborn smells, pre-soak clothes in water with baking soda before washing. Choose fragrance-free, hypoallergenic detergents to avoid irritating your skin or simply masking the problem with heavy scents. Whenever possible, wear and sleep on natural fibers like cotton, linen, or bamboo. They breathe better, letting oils and sweat evaporate instead of lingering. And don't let laundry pile up. Washing promptly prevents non-anal from settling in like an unwanted guest. Now let's step back and look at the bigger picture. With all this talk about diet, exercise, ventilation, skincare, and laundry, it might feel overwhelming. Maybe you're tempted to say, "This is just what aging is," or "Why bother at this stage?" But let me stop you there. You've already proven your resilience time and again. You adapted when rotary phones gave way to touchscreens, when typewriters were replaced by laptops, when letters turned into texts and emojis. You learned to pump gas, swipe a debit card, and stream shows without a cable box. Each change seemed daunting at first, but you handled it. This is just another adjustment, and you're more than capable. Here's the truth that rarely gets spoken. You are not invisible. Your presence, your wisdom, your story, they matter. How you feel in your skin matters too. The way you carry yourself, the confidence you project, the subtle freshness that says, "I've got this," all of it matters. Aging doesn't mean giving in to stereotypes or accepting less. You've earned every laugh line, every silver hair, every creaky joint. But smelling like a forgotten addict doesn't have to be part of the deal. You deserve to feel vibrant, to move through the world with your head high, and to know when people notice you, it's for all the right reasons. Imagine walking into a room and hearing, "They look fantastic. What's their secret?" That's the confidence you've earned, and it's absolutely within your reach. It's never about a magic pill or an expensive cream. It's the small, deliberate choices that make the difference. A glass of lemon water, a walk in the fresh air, a gentle scrub in the shower, or opening a window to let the breeze flow through. Each act is a decision to care for yourself, not from vanity, but from self-respect. And that's the truth about the subtle scent of aging, what causes it, and how to face it with both confidence and a sense of humor. Perhaps you'll remember the value of charcoal soap, the power of vinegar in your laundry, or simply the importance of laughing at life's little quirks. So, what's one thing you've learned today that you're ready to put into practice? Share it in the comments below, and if you found this helpful, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more practical health wisdom. Wishing you health, happiness, and peace always. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Healthy Aging Blueprint.